Morphin time! Yeah!
The story of Power Rangers is linked to the story of toys because when a TV series is released for a young audience, they also start selling toys from the series. Power Rangers has the advantage that there are many characters, and because of this they can create different toys for different ages. Today, the most sold toys are bought by fans who started watching Power Rangers in 1993 and now are adults who want to collect these action figures. The story of the Power Rangers toys begins with colored chalk, and the factory that started building these toys was Bandai. The Bandai factory in the United States sold colored chalk, and that was their best product before the Power Rangers arrived, but who really started the manufacture of these toys was the Bandai factory in Japan. This is something of a given since Power Rangers comes from a Japanese series called Super Sentai, and at that time they already had 16 seasons. Season number 16 started with the Power Rangers that we know today, but although it had basically the same characters, it had a totally different story. Saban bought the rights to that season because he realized he could use the action parts and film the rest with American actors. This story is already known to many, but what few know is that in the United States they were already selling Megazords before the premiere of Power Rangers. Actually, what they were selling were the Super Sentai robots because Bandai in Japan was having problems and decided to ask Bandai in the United States for help. Because of this, they released a line of toys called Godeiken, which were all the robots together in one group. Although it seemed like a good idea, it really wasn't, because in Japan all these robots were known, but in the United States they had never seen them on television. At that time, the American public was watching cartoons and had yet to see anything like Power Rangers with real actors and no cartoons at all. On top of this, the Godeiken were selling them at a very high cost, so this project was a failure. After this, Saban started to create the adaptation, not of Power Rangers, but of Bioman. A series like Power Rangers, 5 people in colorful suits saving the world. When Saban took a pilot to the US, everyone rejected it and said he was crazy. Saban spent 8 years trying to get someone in the US to accept his idea and officially turn it into a TV show. After so many rejections, Saban met Margaret, a woman who had been CEO of Marvel and Stan Lee's boss. At that time, Margaret was head of programming at Fox, and she had already seen an idea similar to Power Rangers that Stan Lee had presented to her. Because of this, when Saban went to present his proposal to Margaret, she became very excited and accepted. Unfortunately, when Margaret presented the project to her boss, he went crazy and told Margaret that she had made a mistake. Still, he made her a proposal. He told her he would give her the money to do the first episode. If it worked, then they would do the whole season. If it didn't work, then she would be fired. It was a very risky proposition, but Saban and Margaret got together and created the first episode of Power Rangers. Because the pilot episode that Saban had made 8 years ago was too old, they bought the rights to the most recent season of Super Sentai, what we know today as Mighty Morphin, but in Japan it had another name. After they made that first episode, they showed it to the whole team at the company and nobody liked it. They started to make fun of Power Rangers, saying that it was a ridiculous and horrible show. Even so, Saban and Margaret didn't give up and decided to present the show to the younger audience they were looking for. The reaction was incredible. They loved Power Rangers, and because of this the bosses agreed to create the whole season. That's when the story of the toys began, because now everyone knew the Power Rangers. The series was a success, and the toys were quickly sold out in the stores. At that time, Bandai in Japan already had the entire collection of Power Rangers toys since the Super Sentai season had been released 1 year earlier, so Bandai in the United States used the same toys and therefore saved a lot of money in the creation. After 3 seasons, Saban realized that he could use the same Super Sentai idea of changing everything every year. This would give him the opportunity to change the toys and sell more toys to the public. What this means is that thanks to the toys, we have a different season every year with new Rangers and new characters, so the company can create different toys and have more sales. After several years, Saban sold the Power Rangers to Disney, then Saban bought them back and, in the end, Hasbro bought them. Hasbro's idea was to buy the toys since this company is dedicated to selling toys, but they bought the whole franchise. The idea that Hasbro implemented was to create toys of the most famous season, the Mighty Morphin, since many of the fans of this season are already adults and want collectible toys. To this day this continues to grow. Sales of the action figures do not stop, and Hasbro continues to create new items every day and the series continues to expand. For now, the most seen in the United States are action figures of Mighty Morphin, Zeo, In Space, and Ninja Rangers. They have also been slowly introducing Mighty Morphin helmets, starting with the Red Ranger. If you like Power Rangers toys, like this video and subscribe to this channel for more Power Rangers toys.